What's up, friends? It's your boy GP with DeOrganized Media, bringing you another awesome episode of DeOrganized Nightly, where we get your favorite Giga Brain Astronaut Scholars into the same room to have a high-frequency conversation about the latest Bitcoin news, world news, alpha, fresh and hot off the presses. You name it, we've got it with DeOrganized. Happy Hump Day, guys. Continue to push on. We've got a couple more days to go. I know it might feel like you've got the week pushing on you. But we have good catalyst, right? The U.S. actually, having a government shutdown, and Bitcoin is miraculously, sitting around 118K. Maybe that was a catalyst. Maybe there's a correlation. Who knows? But that happened. So crazy stuff. Got a big old pump today. Got some real deal chads in the house as well. A lot of really bullish catalysts going on. If you're wondering what this QR code is, it'll take you to the DeOrganized Discord. So go jump in there to stay in the know. Beautiful. And if you take a look up there, right over there, boom, bam, we'll take you to the Zest Discord. I am the Zest community manager, so very, very fun stuff. We just launched a new activity schedule for the month of October, along with a new one for Stacking DAO as well. I'm the CM over there too, so GP wears a lot of hats, man. GP wears a lot of hats. But anyways, I'm wishing you the most high frequency vibes and for love to surround you. Let's get into the news. Let's take a little look at the chart, do all the, all that. And we'll bring the guys on. We'll talk about what's going on in our ecosystem. Lovely, lovely stuff. So taking a look at the STX chart, looking like it is up, a substantial amount today, up almost 6% on the day. Let's take a look at that daily candle real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, wow. Still in the discount. Look at this discount. Let's go, baby. Packing your bags at the bottom is what's going to get you paid, honestly. Not financial advice, and always do your own research, but look at that daily candle. I mean, like these other, candles, and look how boop, just like that, little pop ski. Let's take a look at Bitcoin though. So Bitcoin getting a move to the upside for the last couple days. Looks like it went a little sideways yesterday, but look at there, boom, 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 boom. Let's take a look at that weekly candle too, while we're at it. So taking a look at the weekly candle, it looks like price action came back and tested the 21-day moving average as support, and now another move to the upside on news of a government shutdown. Wow. Okay, very cool. That's the Bitcoin chart for you. Really, really cool. If you want to take a look at the 4-hour chart just really quickly to you want to zoom in. Hey, bam! Look at that. Shoot a loop, shoot that hoop. Let's go. All right, moving into the news here. Let's take a look at what's going on with the news. All right, that's GP again. There you go. Take a look at my lovely, lovely face. Okay, this is not my bookmarks, not the news. Give me a second. If there's anything that you could ever, count on, it's GP not having his news ready. If you're not following this account, what rock are you living under? Seriously, go follow this account. This is at Cryptonauts_STX. Cryptonauts at Stacks authentication flow has been refactored for better principal handling and discovery. Things are now more optimized for multiplayer. So if you do not know, Cryptonauts is the first third-person shooter game built on Bitcoin via Stacks, tied to on-chain activity. Very cool. Very, very cool stuff. If you look behind me, I actually got a Cryptonaut skin for an AR within the game. So yeah, I cooked that up today, and it was exhilarating. I loved it. Very, very good Wednesday. All right. Remember when Gavin Newsom threatened to make memes like this illegal? Manipulating a voice. No, let me get my my voice. Manipulating a voice in an ad like this one should be illegal. I'll be signing a bill in a matter of weeks to make sure it is. Let's watch this shit.
I hope, of course, you're.
Oh, I can't hear it.
But you may not.
Hopefully y'all can hear it. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know, but
controllers are not getting paid today. Our military is not getting paid today,
goofy,
starting today.
Goofy
and obviously, the
stuff.
longer this drags on.
Okay, so Gavin Newsom trying to infringe on your freedom of speech in Dude, we must protect the memes. Fuck this guy. Anyways, coming from Mr. Wolf, that is at Mr. Wolf underscore BTC. Yesterday, some bullish news dropped in a space with Alex L. Miller. Some of them with a defined timeline. Here they are. Tier 1 wallet integration with stacks. The timeline is like 1 to 2 weeks. Bullish. Dual stacking, that is BTC plus STX live on mainnet. Timeline the last week of October. Wow, October is looking nice for STX. Tier 1 stablecoin and testnet soft timeline by the end of October as well. On top of that, multiple additional products and features in November. It also sounded like Bellar is in talks with Stacks right now. That's something, but still unclear. It looks like Munib came on the timeline. Munib is the founder of Stacks. Came on the timeline saying, hey, we're meeting up with Mithil, the founder of Bellar, to talk shop, in Singapore at Token 2049. So maybe some cool stuff for the perp decks, the native to it's in the Stacks ecosystem. You can use it, very lovely. Go check it out. And it also has a dex. I saw that whenever all this Aster stuff was going on. Somebody said along the timeline that none of these perp dexes have an actual dex. Well, that was a lie. Bellar has a dex and a perp dex. So look at that. Among other things, I just figured this was a good post. I'll push it to the top of my timeline so you can go check it out and whatever else is left on there. That is at GPSC underscore STX. Coming from the Stacks Labs account, this is at Stacks Labs, an open letter on the launch of Stacks Labs by Alex L. Miller, CEO of Stacks Labs. Today marks the first official day of Stacks Labs, a milestone I'm both proud and deeply energized by. Stacks Labs was born out of SIP 31, a historic governance decision by the Stacks community to create a dedicated operational hub for our ecosystem. That proposal didn't just outline a structure, it set in motion a vision for scaling Bitcoin Layer 2 to its fullest potential. Our job now is to help carry that vision forward. Why this matters. Bitcoin is the most important financial innovation of our lifetime. It offers an open alternative to government fiat systems that have been abused for decades. Systems that keep people trapped behind borders, subject to the monopoly they were born into. But Bitcoin, as an asset, can't achieve this on its own. The base chain will never scale enough to support the full potential. That's where Stacks comes in. With SBTC, a fully expressive Clarity smart contracts and security inherited from Bitcoin, we have the chance to unlock hundreds of billions of dollars in capital and build a global economy on top of Bitcoin. And Stacks Labs is here to make it happen. We're here to make sure that the infrastructure, developer support, and growth engine exists to back that vision. From engineering and developer relations to product, business development, and marketing, this team will be the backbone of making the Bitcoin economy real and accessible at scale. The team, we're building out a killer team from labs that will be composed of both experienced Stacks builders and fresh new talent. The first new roles are already posted, and we're starting today with some of the best long-term contributors from the ecosystem joining us there. People who have been driving progress for years and now coming together under one roof to accelerate it. Powered by the endowment, thanks to the support of the newly created Stacks Endowment, Stacks Labs, and the builders in the ecosystem will have the resources they need to succeed. Whether focused on operations, grants, DeFi incentives, marketing, and integrations, it is all one purpose: to unlock real Bitcoin capital for developers and builders. Why now matters. Stacks is always focused on principles, done things the right way, our SEC qualified Reg A offering, our commitment to decentralization, and generally being a great team to work with. But we've also not moved as fast and as aggressively as we could have. Stacks Labs is about combining the best of both worlds, cherishing our principles while driving hard and fast to achieve them, because that's what the moment calls for. The Stacks ecosystem just crossed 600 million in TVL, 5,000 BTC are now pegged in through SBTC, and interest from cross-chain builders is higher than ever. with DevRel programs like Code for STX and Ascent, along with events all around the world drawing new contributors into the cause. October is always a meaningful month for Bitcoiners. Satoshi Nakamoto published the Bitcoin white paper on October 31st, and now October 1st marks the beginning of Stacks Labs. It feels like the right moment to turn the page on the next chapter of Bitcoin scalability. How can you engage? Our immediate mission is to scale up what's already working, grants, developer support, and incentives that bring builders in. You'll see us rolling out new programs and resources in the coming months, and you'll find our team are active across Telegram, X, and working groups. But we need your help to do it. Now is the time to step up and join. If you're a builder, researcher, or simply a Bitcoiner who believes in what's possible here, we want to hear from you. Stacks Labs is where Bitcoin grows, and this is just the beginning. Alex Miller, CEO of Stacks Labs. Let's go. Check that out. Very, very cool. Go follow the new Stacks Labs handle. That is at Stacks Labs. Get in the know. Coming from the main Stacks handle, and that is at Stacks. Exponential growth for BTC Fi is inevitable. 5,000 SBTC next, 21,000 SBTC this year. And that was on May 15th. So, shit. All right, we got to get on it, guys. So we're making the right moves and right choices. I think, we're getting aligned as a community and, making it shake, so to speak. Coming from Marshall Mixing, that is Brandon, that is B Marsh, the man. I'm beyond thrilled to share that I'm joining Stacks Labs as Community Growth Manager. In this role, I'll get to focus on growing the most valuable asset on Stacks, our community. If you want to check this out, I'll go ahead and just, unpost this real quick, repost and push it to the top of my timeline so you can, read about his message and what he's aiming to get done. So congrats, B Marsh. I see you, bro. Keep going. I hope that you can help the community and, get everybody on the core level aligned with what's being built here in the ecosystem. Good luck. Coming from the main Stacks handle again here, Bitcoin treasury companies can operate differently than ETFs. With the rise of Sol and ETH treasury companies, they are putting pressure to earn yield. That is from Manib at OKX Alpha Summit in Singapore. Stacks unlocks Bitcoin yield for Bitcoin capital. SBTC right now has a decentralized set of signers where there is trust for that layer. The code is fully open source. There's already R&D happening to make it fully trustless. Very, very cool stuff. I have also pushed that to the top of my timeline for you. Go check it out. All right. And he was also just let you know. So people are taking loans with BTC on Zest or using Bitcoin first dexes like BitFlow. It's the first form of Bitcoin DeFi. Love it, man. Innovation in its finest form. So I'm telling you, come check out Bitcoin DeFi on Stacks. Early as it comes, you have the chance to be early too. All right, and we talked about Stacks Labs already. This is a cool one here from _BNS. You want to have yourself a BNS. Go get your .btc, .stx, and .id names. Put them in your X handle and start earning today. I'm telling you, with BoostX, receive boost and all sorts of stuff. Go to BNS.one to do that. But auctions are now live on BNS1. From your dashboard, you can create auction listings, set starting, buy now, and reserve prices. Configure in just 3 transactions. Go live on the auctions page. A first for BNS. Level up your trading with BNS1. Wow, very cool. I'll push that to my timeline too. The building on Bitcoin space was fire today. Big shout out to Diego and Dylan from BitFlow. And definitely give BitFlow _finance a follow. Love it. From Hermetica, rarely does a chart this flat make you smile. USDH stays pegged to the dollar, but yield keeps pumping your bags. So love it, love it, love it. Look at that. Staying right on the dollar. If you do not know about USDH, it is the first Bitcoin-backed stablecoin in existence. It is native to Bitcoin, and you should know about it. Ditch your fiat-backed stables and get you some USDH. For the main Stacking DAO handle here, Stacking DAO LSTs or liquid stacking tokens are more than just STX. Keep the same exposure to STX price action while earning STX or SBTC rewards daily. can earn even more yield by deploying LSTs in DeFi. Choose STSTX and STSTX BTC. Boom, baby. And like I said, get into that Stacking Down Discord. We have many base opportunities for you where you can pack your bags with STSTX, like the monthly poker tournament. We've got the weekly Pokemon tournament and weekly content, all sorts of stuff. You should go check it out. It's fun. And from the Zest Protocol handle, and that is at Zest Protocol. Another Zest weekly recap is here. STX lending and borrowing have been rocketing lately. Zillionaires, let's dive into the numbers. Boom, boom, boom. SBTC supplies up 1.56%. STX loans, that's up 4.63%. People are borrowing. STSTX BTC backed loans up almost 5%. Supply up 1.74%. Yeah, just a lot going on. A lot of borrowing and lending going on Zest right now. The activity is picking up. So put your assets to work on Zest for base APYs and get your borrowing power solid so you can go mint that new mint that you like or handle business outside in IRL. Whatever you got to do to make it shake, you can make it shake with Zest. I am the community manager over there. You should get into the Zest Discord and partake in the Zest meme coin sprint and pack your bags with base 10 assets like Rue, Leo, Flat, Nasty, Peggy, STSDX, all of it, man. All of it. Get in there like swimwear. Zest is the home of Stacks liquidity, over 10% of SBTC supply, 50% of the AEUSDC supply, 36% of STSDX, and 11% of the STSDX BTC liquidity. There is no second Zest bet. Coming from the DeOrganized handle, and I love these guys, man. All the guys that come and kick it with me on a regular basis to, chop it up on the night show and or Let's Go morning show at 8:30 a.m. ET, Monday through Friday. Big shout out to all the guys tuning in. Be sure to follow DeOrganized BTC, guys. All right, Deep Grants Cohort 3 update. As of October 1st, we've received 40 applications across all tracks. Community and SocialFi, there's 17 in there. Creator, 8. Blue Sky, 6. DeFi and Tooling, 9 applicants. With 100K total available, things are heating up fast. Learn more here at dgrants.xyz, baby. And I'll push that to the top of my timeline. We have some news in here, like Elon becoming the first person in history worth 500 billion, putting him halfway into the trillionaire status. Let me get this straight. There are trillionaires. They are just not on Forbes, right? But he is actively, let people know how much his net worth is. So 500 billion, Elon, really? Those are rookie numbers. Let's get them things up. I'm just kidding. Alert, Bitcoin has reclaimed the trader's realized price at 116K, pushing back into bull phase with Q4 targets eyeing 160 to 200K. Wow. Okay, so by the year's end, we might just see a 200K Bitcoin. Very, very, very lovely. All right. And there was some stuff that happened. Zach XBT reported that 21 million was drained from SBI crypto. All right. Stablecoin transfer volume hit a record of 15.6 trillion in Q3 of 2025. The crypto market has added 160 billion in market cap today. And the S&P 500 hit a new all-time high of $6,700. But maybe we'll dive back news in a little bit. I don't want to keep my guys waiting too much longer. Let me bring on the guest. So tonight we have our beloved Peace Love Music in the building. We also have Crypto Dude, base founder of BoostX, and our favorite Ace. Ace is in the house. What's up, fellas? Happy Monday, Wednesday. I said Monday, Wednesday.
GM. That's definitely a day.
Hey guys, good evening.
Your boy is tired and sick, not feeling good. I called it Monday.
How you feeling?
I'm hanging in there, man. I had some popcorn. My friend Lois, she sent me home with snacks. She sent me home with popcorn and a fruit roll up. It was real nice. So that was good. I got a little something on my stomach and.
Oh, wait a minute! Did GP catch the frisky flu?
Oh no, it's not the whiskey flu. I took the polar
Oh
plunge.
yeah. I see what happened.
Your
Yeah,
breaking
so
news is blocking your face, by the way.
oh yeah, that was a big old wink behind that sign. But big shout out to Lois for the the cheddar popcorn and the fruit roll up. Came in clutch today. It's all I ate. I've been feeling like queasy and shit. Just kind of trucking through, man. That's all I can do. Pour yourself into work so you don't feel sick. But yeah, forget about it. I'll be all right. Tough one. So new, the first official day of the Stacks Labs. How are we feeling, guys? Like, we feeling like bullish? Are we feeling good? Like, what's up?
I'm cautiously optimistic at this point. I think that there's so many things that are outside of Stack's control, So, like I said, cautiously optimistic is the word of the day. I feel good about the space, the activity, the people. I don't know how the overall market's going to treat us. I think we might have really good timing, but I'm always ready to
I mean,
get. I grew up. I was a young dad with 3 kids, and I got punchy. They used to hit me so much, so I'm waiting for someone to just come run up and punch me in the back. I think they're coming out. You know what I mean? It's like it's gonna happen.
Dude, not the back punches. No, dude, no. We got Steve on guard, man.
I am
Come
punchy.
on, man.
I am punchy. I'm like,
He's
walk by me, I'd be like, don't hit me.
He's the easiest going guy I know. We got him feeling punchy. Come on. Really at a time like this?
I was a little more robust and I wrestled it. My kids had it. I was like, I was the best young dad ever. Like my oldest boys had it like so good because it was like just having like a giant big brother that like wrestled and played with like just all like it was. It couldn't have been. I can't imagine having had a better father experience than those guys when they were little.
I fucking love that for you, dude. I imagine that too. Like I can just imagine it, dude. Like Peace being like the most laid back, just like chill, like fun dad.
Cartoon Friday, Cartoon Network. I was in charge of making dinner, and a lot of times it was just like, all right, more like tater tots and pizza rolls, and that's what they all loved. So it was like
ice cream for dinner. Oh, so much fun, dude. We were cranking today, man. We started early and we're ending on a high note, man. I always love our Wednesdays where it feels like it's gonna be a bunch of work, and then it is, and then we still got to do the nightly and kick it, and end it on a high note. Today, Crypto Dude and I cooked up a couple skins for Crypto Nuts for the ARs and stuff. Got that done. Even though I'm feeling like a little under the weather and shit, I was able to cook some fire.
Yeah, dude, that chameleon one is sick. You need to show that really quick. You should send a screenshot through Discord or something and then pull it up on the screen.
Here, hold on. I got you. Here, cover me for like a second. Right. I got you, dude.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I know what I can do. I posted it in the Bluetex Discord. Yeah, so I just go over here right quick, open up the screen ski. Come over here and just do the entire screen because,
dude, it's sweet.
Fuck it, we ball. Let's see, what was GPN2 last on Discord? All right, so we go into the BoostX Discord, and then we're gonna go to screenshots right here. Check this out. Okay, wait a minute. All right. Oh, I sent pictures of the Kingslayer. Okay, so this is Kingslayer, right? So Kingslayer. Boom, made this one today, but yes, I cover for me for like 2 seconds.
Right, we got you.
While I do.
We got you. Yeah, there's we've been cooking some skins, and I got this one that's pretty cool. Here, I'll just share it on my screen really quick. Hold on.
You should, dude. You should. You show yours. I'll show you mine.
Cooking up one that's got this rose theme here. Think about making that.
Fire.
The barrel green though, because it's more like a stem.
I don't know. I like it red.
Yeah. What's
Here,
cool though is
go
this
into the
little
screenshot.
wallpaper
So you
on the
can make
metal.
it green and would match the green on the top there.
Yeah. Let's see GP so.
Here, hold on. I'll take another one here
still
and
only
then
halfway cooked.
do this right here.
GP is
It's like
pretty sick.
it's getting there, dude. It's getting there. Like I feel like, hey man, I'm starting to get comfortable with my new medium. So right, like this is what we're working with. So you come over here and you take a look and it's like halfway load on me at a time like this? Really? Okay, hold on. I gotta change the channel. Quick, change the channel.
Still gonna halfway load on
Boo.
you. Discord is hating you.
Dude, it just at this time, right? I just want to at a time like this, bro. Like whenever I'm trying to stunt and flex like my artistic abilities and my talents, bro, and my passions.
Here,
Really,
load it
Discord?
on my end. Here, I'll share my screen.
Okay, here. Let me just boom. I'll take a step back right quick, like, and let Crypto Dude take over for a moment. Maybe we can show, a couple of different things from the game. But like, I had fun. That was the biggest thing. I had fun.
Should be able to see it.
That's all that matters.
Oh.
Oh wow! Look at that chameleon.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's pretty sick.
Just like maybe a one of one. Maybe a one of one. Got the different rails right on the gun. Got the different color schemes and stuff. It's like 95% there. It needs one more. There's a couple little things I want to add to it, but
flipping the
for the
grip,
most part,
flipping the grip and the final little buttstock adjustments probably, and then you'll be golden.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I feel that. But the coolest thing is that you're able to do this in a 3D environment, which everything I know with digital art has always been 2D. I did a little bit of experimentation in way back when in high school with Autodesk Maya, but it was very limited. I didn't learn a whole lot with it. Right, I had other things to learn. But yes, the 3D environment and just experimenting within it is very invigorating. It's a lot of fun, and there's so much depth to it. Literally and metaphorically.
Yeah, there's a lot of functionality that you can tap into. So we got a bunch of different skins already. Obviously, we even created one for Tinderly because he did his 12-hour stream. Well, it's actually longer than 12 hours, but yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was almost 14 by the end of it. It's got a Deruptar. It's got his family on there. It's got a Giga Pepe V2.
Sticker on there. Little stack sticker even.
The CX sticker.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very cool.
We got Pepe 1 coming along. Not done yet, but
yeah, working on the Pepe.
Nice. That's very nice.
Reminds me of some Destiny stuff, and then the memo bot.
I like the blue Pepe because I like it being. I actually kind of like it with the just the orange and the clean white. It's neat.
Yeah,
nice.
that's what I was thinking about doing. Just having this be white, but I haven't decided.
I like it like that, but hold on. Show me that GPSC one that you just had.
Yeah, you probably like that clip.
I like that. I really like
that. Got the mic ski. We need to do a personal one. For
Steve,
the mic.
I was gonna do that as an Easter egg, but I guess we can. I haven't done it yet, but I was gonna do something for him. I haven't quite figured out what we're gonna do, but I'm sure we can cook up something. Also, use the same clip, get you guys a little themed in there.
We should make some particle effects and some audio cues. It goes whenever you pull the trigger, it's dun 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 dun, like the DeOrganized. And then whenever it shoots, little musical notes, like particle effects kind of and fun. Shit.
Now the microphone should light up when he's firing.
Oh, that would be sick.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
He's
I like that. See,
live.
we need more ideas like this. So you should get into the BoostX Discord, Ace, and then be like, "Hey, dude, I had this based idea." So
It's
we
in
don't,
there.
you know, dude, yeah, dude, go to that suggestions channel, man. Drop some lore. Drop some like, "Hey, I want to see this skin." You know, like help us with the creative direction because you have the chance to be innovating with us, just being in the community, right? So I love that idea. You know, let the gun have some particle effects itself on the gun. You know, the mic lights up. Dope.
What the hell did I had a.
Hey, somebody got some pumpy. Somebody got some pumpy. I don't know. Pump STX has commented saying that they sent 21 million to you too. I'm not sure who to.
You two, 21 million. Pumpy
two?
each. Okay. Pumpy. Huh?
Okay, Pumpy. I see you, Pumpy. Trying to pump it up.
All right.
Got to
try to drop the token on it. Pumpy a new one, huh? Okay, well maybe we get a little pumpy in the Boost Dexy, huh?
Pumpy in the Boost Dexy. Pump it right into the Boost Dexy. I can see it. It sounds
real provocative.
You know, very provocative. Nobody knows what it means, but it gets the people going. Let's go.
Get them excited.
Yeah, let's go, dude. So, you know, B. Marsh, Brandon Marshall Mixing, as the community manager and head of community and growth for the Stacks Lab, right? For Stacks Labs. Pretty cool, right? I think he was working with Trust Machines, did his farewell. Big thank you to Kate, Rena, and a few others. And now kind of working on working at this new core entity. Congrats, B Marsh. Pretty cool. So who is head of amplification? Right, because we need to post like about this and a couple other things like we need talking and
Rick Sebastian.
The list covered and stuff. I want to have Rick on the show sometime. I would love to have Rick on the show so we can kind of collaborate.
That'd be good.
That would be great getting Rick on. Also, by the way, Brandon Marshall said he wants to come on. He said it would have to be probably a night show because he's West Coast US. But come on, talk to the new Stacks Labs community manager.
Yeah, dude.
Is this a real Blockface in the house or is it a ghost?
So, just a quick side note before we get this off topic here. Brandon Marshall created one of those ordinal based inscription websites. So he basically he's got like a website hosted on Bitcoin itself, right on the blockchain.
Oh, that's right.
And so we're when he was streaming that with Eric from BNS, there was I want to resolve one of those websites via BNS name. So like search by BNS in the browser's address bar by a .btc name, right? And then have it resolved to that endpoint. I think that would be really cool to be able to search by .btc and have it resolved to a website that's actually hosted on Bitcoin, basically. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be super cool, dude. Yes. Use the Omni search.
Exactly.
Yes, dude. Freaking fantastic. So that would be a great conversation for used tos to have on the night show because you're a few hours behind as well. So the night show also
nighttime is the right time.
Yep.
And it's also a different vibe than the morning show.
You're trying to
right?
say we're not cool enough to host the cool kids? Is that what you're trying to say? The morning show? No?
Oh, not at all, because I'm the co-host of the morning show. So why would I talk shit about the morning show?
That's right. We're both on that show too.
Yeah, we're on that together. Same team.
It's like Blockface is trying to share something here about a MCP server for getting some stacks clarity for AI.
It sounds awesome. brain can't handle
where's
any
your-
more technical talk. So no, I'm getting ready to pass out, so I'm gonna take off. But
Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace, dude. I appreciate you coming through and spending some time with me, man. I know you're grinding hard, so have a good one,
right
brother.
on,
I'll
right
see you in the
on.
morning.
See you, Mike.
Later, peace.
Later,
Have a good
Later,
one.
guys. Later, Ace. Later, dude. Good night,
Wait.
everybody. Hero Gamer. Yeah, Jack and I are old, Harold. That's really what it boils down to. We can't hang. Catch you guys later.
Later.
Later, bud. So, Blockface, or shall I say Blockface?
I'll say.
Tell me about it. What am I about
Ooh,
to
is
pull up?
is Hero in the background?
Yeah, let's pull Hero up.
Is he in the studio?
Is he in?
Yeah.
Is he in here? No, he's not in here. Dude, come
Yep,
on,
you're
man.
not
Come
even up in
here.
here.
Come on.
Not even in here, bro. I'm in the studio waiting to pull up Hero. I get excited. I'm like, oh, dude, Hero is with us tonight. And I come back to look, and he's not even in the studio. Hero, get in here, dude. Where you at? Please come kick it. Please come kick it. All right, so I am trying to the best of my ability to get this page to load. Okay, and now it is loading. So give me a second. I'll pull that right up for you, Blockface. All right. Come on. At a time like this, really, the computer is just like fighting me today, guys. I apologize for, wasting your most valuable asset, which is your time. But here we go. So Stacks Clarity MCP server by the Stacks AI Guild even has a GitHub. So the Stacks Clarity MPC server, a comprehensive MPC model context protocol server for Stacks blockchain development, providing 30 plus specialized tools for Clarity smart contracts. Wow, very cool stuff. What are we looking at?
Yeah, let's have Blockface explain this, because I think
Hey,
he's the author of this. I think that'd probably be a good idea, right?
Yeah, dude, I think so. So Blockface, how are we doing about this? How are we feeling about this? Oh, look at that guy, man! What a stud, man! H1BB's in the building. All right, I'll put this back. So explain MPC or NCP servers
The
on
ICP
Stacks,
servers, Insane Clown Posse server.
Right? No, man, I can't read, right? I forget sometimes. So reading into this, this comprehensive MCP server provides a complete Stacks development toolkit implementing Tier 1 and Tier 2 priorities for professional Stacks DApp development with security-first patterns and SIP compliance. The key features: complete SIP standards access, security-first development, SIP 12 performance optimization, token standards, comprehensive testing, Clarinet integration, account management, complete documentation, some of the prerequisites, right? Node.js and npm, Clarinet CU, and Stacks Wallet, Cursor IDE, and or Claude for MCP integration. Very, very cool. All 30 SIP standards with the full clarity code, mandatory post conditions to keep people, users, developers safe, twice the database capacity and dynamic storage, full SIP 9 compatible, as well as SIP 10, that is fungible tokens like SIP 10 tokens like Flat, Rue, Leo, Flat, implementation, unit integration, and security test generation, complete project setup and management tools, STX balances, transaction history, validation, clarity book, SIP standards, and integration guides. I mean, this thing is stacked. Wow. So a Stacks Clarity MCP server. Lots of functionality.
Not to be confused with an MPC server. It's a model context protocol. You're not looking to create some bots in a game or something here.
I think we should spend some time on the idea of a Stacks NPC server.
We should. I would hang
Why
out
would
there,
you
right?
need
That's where that'd be
That's for
like
the
my
video
home.
game, right? For the synthetic beings who are in the game. Those are
Yeah,
those.
but would we really want to have NPC block faces roaming the streets
Let's not
of,
do
Oh,
Stack
dude.
City? Would we want that?
Oh, it's gonna get
Us.
wild, bro. You don't even know.
Yeah.
What's up, Nas?
Okay, so I'm gonna stop
Hey
talking.
guys,
This only happened because Hero is our fearless leader, and without Hero, none of this happens. And without Crypto, Boost Dude X schooling me,
Who's that?
I'm gonna bring us back to maybe a month or two ago. Remember GPSC when you turned a PRD into a prompt into a lovable prototype for the Giga Pepe?
I did.
The
man.
Gaga
I
Pepe?
did that,
Is that
and
is that like Lady Gaga Pepe or
Giga Pepe.
Giga Pepe?
Giga,
Right.
giggity,
Giga
right?
Pepe
Yeah,
coming to
that's it.
stack. So what GPSC was able to do is go from idea, PRD, to manifest reality, which was a prototype. The second prompt you guys did was Crypto Dude showing you the right prompt to integrate the Stacks wallet connect.
Mhm.
Today, we're
Yes.
today that's as
Stack
far
Connect.
as today that's as far as we can go with vibe coding. Until today, introducing the Stacks Clarity MCP server. I'll stop talking. Hero, Nas, Boost, you guys know what this can really do.
Yes, please enlighten me a little bit. So, how much more can I do with this MCP server than what I already have with because you can connect your wallet to this the site and all that stuff so far. But like, how much does this enhance the vibe coding experience on Stacks?
do you want me to be unhinged with it? Do you want
Yeah.
an unhinged?
Yeah. Oh, it's a night show.
You're,
It's a night show.
you are going to replace every single member in the Stacks Foundation. You're going to throw away the Stacks Ascent program. It's not going to mean shit. You are basically going
Okay.
to turn yourself and your ideas into a one-man wrecking crew. You could generate so much money with an idea that you'd have in your bathroom. It is crazy. So
The
that's
age
one.
of the
That
idea
is the
guy
one.
is upon us.
Exactly. The age of the idea guy. So no need for a second dev, or you could get one, which is fine. But ideally, that's the pun. You just have to be an idea guy. So yeah, the entire premise of vibe coding is speeding up, projects and products being put out. Mhm. And with what we have now, and I'm super excited for an MCP because clarity is not for me. So it just streamlines building to a point where you see how crypto dude is so fast with shipping, right? Multiply that by 100.
And
Oh,
and,
And
and
multiply,
and maybe I'll chime in here. My understanding so far, from everything I've learned over the past few days about MCP, is that, for example, you know how you use Lovable, you generate a website. Some buttons don't work. You don't have, even if you were to make a primitive small contract stuff, it might have a lot of bugs, and it might not just be of high quality. You can probably achieve like basic functions with the current toolings, but with this, you will be able to generate, um, an actual app that with all the buttons working and all the smart contract um, functionality working properly. So you will speed up that development time by tenfold or more. So that's and not we haven't even talked about the security side of things, block-based. But yeah, I think this is it sounds it's going to be it's something that we need basically.
So how does it enhance it? Like what is the part that is it like just more advanced AI or like explain MCP technology?
so ideally, an MCP is like a knowledge base. It's like a library, right? So you're only as smart as whatever you read. You're only as smart as whatever you consume, and you can only do as much as whatever you consume, whatever knowledge you have. Um, traditionally, Claude or Cursor or ChatGPT, whatever you use to vibe code, does not necessarily have all the nits and pieces, right? All the intrinsic parts of working with the Stacks ecosystem. It knows clarity, but not to an extent like a seasoned worker would. A seasoned Stacks developer
So
would know
Right.
clarity. Yeah.
another way of looking at this is it helps keep the context more focused.
Instead of having to use your reference, like referencing the repository, it's kind of like built in, and it's like a library of all of things that are built on Stacks. So like if I wanted to like say do something along the lines of like what Megapont did with Megapont robots and have those components, I'd be able to, say, hey, go to MCP server, like what reference the MCP server, and it'd be in there, and I'd be able to kind of replicate what was built. Is that, along the lines, or am I way off?
Yeah, I would assume that is similar. There probably would be some context you still need to provide that would be, maybe copies of the contracts, because it may not have those specific contract copies, but it'll have a better understanding of the syntax of Clarity, and be able to help construct Clarity basically. And then Clarity is your kind of, you can look at that as your backend for your logic of your app, because it's attested to by the chain, and your front end is still going to be built with what you're already most people are kind of using lately, which is Lovable. So you could basically build your front end with Lovable, build your back end with an AI that interfaces with this MCP server, and be able to construct your Clarity that your app would interact with, basically, right? Your smart contract, basically. So there's obviously more to an app than just having a front end and a smart contract, depending on the app's context. But it is really app specific at that point. Some apps will require other integrations, maybe with other services. Maybe you're trying to do something that's bridging things together. It's going to be application specific. It's not necessarily going to be everything you need for your app, but it's going to take. It should help you, lower the, I guess you'd say, the mental hurdles you got to jump through to kind of contextualize things.
So, for example, my understanding is if you really want to go from zero to launch an actual app with all the smart contract, wallet connect function right now in Stacks, probably take you more than a week or something like that. And with this MCP server, you could potentially reduce it down to less than a week or even a day. So then from idealization to actually a working app, you're talking about probably tenfold of improvements to get from an idea to a working product, because you're not having to troubleshoot all this different stuff along the way, because you're just getting really accurate data back. Therefore, you're able to build your app to a really high precision and high quality out from the get-go. And therefore, from an idealization to launching an actual stuff that's working, like a BNS1, I think you're talking about maybe less than a week of development, or less.
Insane.
Yeah, you can probably do less time if you're already interfacing with existing contracts, obviously, but if you're also spinning up contracts that are interfacing with maybe other contracts, or maybe doing some specific unique functionality that you're trying to bring online or on chain, it's hard to give an exact timeline, because it's always app specific. Like your application's objective and functional service, or whatever you want to call it, whatever it's providing to the user, that's going to determine your timeline. Like, you shouldn't try and say, "Oh, because I wasn't able to complete my app in a week, I suck."
But I mean, like in general, if your app took like a year, you can probably reduce down to a month. If your app If your app took like a week, you can probably reduce down to 1 day. if your app development took like a month, you can probably reduce it down to 1 week or less. So I think in general, it's just a massive productivity boost, and yeah,
Absolutely. I would say 10x is probably a safe measure if we get this thing fully online. I mean, because iteration on the front end is a lot easier than it is on the Clarity side right now, right? And being able to iterate faster on the Clarity side would mean that your overall, assuming those are your only two dependencies, your front end and your Clarity back end, then yeah, you could spin things up twice as fast if the Clarity was not so clunky for people sometimes to deal with. The Clarity is most definitely, it gets hallucinated. Like if you just try and go into ChatGPT and be like, all right, can you give me a little clarity of this little thing? Even if you provided some example docs, it's still going to hallucinate because it just has so much context in its LLM that it's like, it's just not dialed in enough, basically. That's what this would fill the gap in.
I feel like Blockface has been on the struggle bus for just a little bit. Blockface, are you with us? Dropped down a couple times, came back. You with us, brother?
How's it going?
There you are. What's up, dude? I'll let you drop down a couple times. Nas, I hear you.
Oh, like struggle bus? What in God's name is a struggle bus?
Oh, it's what
Yeah, welcome
Yeah,
to Short Bus Society.
I didn't say the short bus. If that's the way you see yourself.
I think it's the Tylenol. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I feel like all of it went right over my head, so that's probably my bus you're talking about. So I need to do a little bit more studying on MCP technology. I know that it's one of those words that is used whenever talking about like institutional grade wallets.
MCP just stands for Model Context Protocol. So you can just drop it and just think about it as a way to have a standardized way for AIs to communicate the context of their operations, I guess you'd say.
So no more hallucinations.
Yeah. The goal is to create specialized AIs.
So the main thing is, going back to GPSC's initial prototype, he went from idea to PRD to prototype lovable. The problem is we do not have LLMs with access to the best practices in smart contract language secure development. Does that make sense? What if we could have that and add it to lovable?
So you're then vibe coding and it's safe to use.
Yeah, you're vibe coding not only the front end, but you're also vibe coding the actual smart contract that's safe to use.
That's insane. What about all the expensive audits?
Well, you have the best practices.
You probably vibe code the agent to do that actually. Oh, sorry, Hero, but go ahead.
You have you're drawing from the best practices. Therefore, in theory, you probably have less bugs even if you use this. So it should reduce auditing on the back end, or on the later down the line if you do a good job at the beginning.
Well, I would say that this is a way for us to implement all of the auditing results for every vibe coder on the planet.
There you go.
Can you give me more colors to that? Sorry, Blockface.
Sure. So, if I wanted to make this really work, I would have a meeting between myself, people like Rock, Davek, Trip, Crypto Dude, right? They know where the bodies are buried in developing secure smart contract language scripts and also applications. And so if I can leverage what's in between their brain to create a set of reliable, secure, smart contract language patterns, we are automatically making it easier to program money. If we make it easier for people to program money, everything explodes. Because someone like GPSC can now add programmable money to his front end.
Let's go.
So I think that we need this. How do we make it happen? Who do we need to talk to about this? And when has this who came up with the idea, and uh, how long ago?
This is a
Right,
block
like
face thing.
this is what's
This MC,
so when's the
this MCP shit is block
like
face.
what's
Hold him by the
okay,
neck. He's responsible for
okay,
all this shit.
what's the next step, Blockface? We try again.
Got network issues again, probably.
So
It's
actually, I
It's
just
okay.
want to maybe give a bit of context history. I was on the OG
Yeah.
space on Friday, talked to Dan long time ago, and it was this thing's being like thrown around as wording. It could be really good. I spoken to Rosar about it like some while ago, some month ago. Already heard like his reasoning for why we should have it. Dan also agreed, Dan from Boom, but nobody has time to do anything about it. And recently, because there's been a lot of hackathons, there has been a lot of chats about Stacks AI Guild, and through Blockface observation of how Aptos hackathon, they had the MCP there, and that really accelerated the hackathon participants' development, you know, from idea to fully launched product in like less than 12 hours, or a functioning submission in 12 hours. So I think there's just been a lot of conversations. But I think, yeah, recently the Blockface helped bring it back as a topic. And I started understanding it from 2-3 days ago, but I realized the power of it. So I said just now we should make it a Stacks AI Guild. We should ship it from Stacks AI Guild. We need to make a focus on it, because this is probably one of the most impactful projects that the Stacks AI Guild can do for the ecosystem. With or without funding, but it is something that everybody is potentially going to be benefiting from.
Well, they do.
But
Do they do it in other ecosystems? Right? Like, is this already implemented elsewhere?
yeah, in Aptos, maybe I'll hand the mic to Rocky and Blockface. Their recent experience from their guys doing the hackathons in Aptos.
Love it, dude. Welcome, Rocky. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Rocky, go for it. I'm in the car.
Might be muted. Might be connectivity. Can't hear you, bud.
Check.
Check.
1 2 1 2. Some dreams stay dreams, and some dreams come true.
I can hear you, but cannot hear Rocky.
Yeah, can't hear Rocky. Can hear Blockface.
Oh.
Can't. Oh, was hearing Blockface.
I just think it's I just see it as a no-brainer, is a need, and it's a super impactful product to ship.
Well, right. It's going to empower builders, the people with ideas to bring things to fruition. If I'm able to build all the way the whole back end and the whole front end, then I'm able to ship, right?
So for example, I know you're with the AI Stacks STX AI guys. They did some terminal stuff.
Yes. The
Right.
SAI guys. Yeah.
This thing essentially can empower their terminals with more accurate data and be able to do more smart contract stuff. So it's a little bit like what Jack's doing. If you know, Jack's been messing about with all these AI terminals.
Right.
We are essentially building that LLM so that the likes of Agent Hustle can build their product on top of it to retrieve really high quality data in order to feed it back to the user, prompting it.
That's interesting because SBTC is going and Stacks is going multi-chain with Wormhole, right? So you have Sol and Sui integrations. Um, so with an MCP server
check.
and Stacks, those types of developers from those ecosystems can come also build in Clarity. Very cool. Mic check heard. What's up, Block Base?
So
You
I
there?
want the developers to speak, but
Yeah,
they
dude.
are
Me
all
too.
running.
They're having like so. I had there was a nationwide outage of AT&T.
Yeah, my internet's been giving me hell all day today.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
it's
Interesting.
tough, man. Tough last 2 days, man.
Yeah, it's probably my router.
So I just think it's such a huge opportunity for the guild to ship out, have a focused project to ship out something that's going to be super meaningful. In addition to, obviously, we want to train the builders so that they can train other builders for sure. We can ship out like curriculums of how to do AI vibe coding, let's say recording or whatnot. We can get, Blockface to teach somebody else. That's all part of a whole total picture, right? But in addition to that, I really believe from everything I'm hearing, everything I've learned about this Stacks NCP, the Stacks AI Guild as a group of people, including yourself, GP, we need to own this project and we need
Yeah.
to ship this project. And once we ship it, when people start to realize how useful it is, I think we're gonna.
There's no arguing.
There's no arguing. There's a huge resume on Stacks AI Guild, and this is one of the key reasons I think we should really double down on it.
I think so too. You empower the builders, you empower the people with ideas, you empower the creatives. We've spoken about this, right? Where the space was going to move from a place where you need devs to kind of navigate building in this ecosystem to one that is catered towards the ones with the cool ideas.
Yeah.
Of course, you want to
And
know
me,
some well versed in Clarity to make sure everything is like top notch and tidy. Maybe give it a once over to make sure things are solid.
Yeah.
Just in case, right?
and me and Nosferatu literally the other day, and Nosferatu, you can jump in here. We were literally talking the other day that we want to be a place where going from research to identifying the gaps in the Stacks ecosystem to not just a research unit, but researching the gap, but then fill that gap and create an actual tool that's a productivity engine that solves a problem or just increase the productivity of everything in
I
Stacks.
love the way that you branded it right there, a productivity engine, right? So if you guys want to like build on this and actually do it live on DeOrganized Nightly, we could make a Stacks AI Guild night and make it a certain day of the week to where we get together, we talk about the tooling and stuff like that, or whatever works, whatever's clever, whatever we need to do. Let's make this happen. And let's get some
Can I hop in?
exposure. Guild. Yeah, go ahead, Nox. What's up?
A bit. So, uh, this entire idea started, the entire AI guild started just off the fact that we wanted to change how Stacks was being perceived from a content side. And it has grown into something that I have been and I am incredibly proud of the muscle and of the strength, uh, pushing for a system that works with where researchers find problems, those problems and problem product fits are handed over to devs. These devs build these products, and these products are being marketed and being shipped and being just mass shielded with AI content to the point where you cannot escape the amount of not only products but marketing that is being produced by this powerhouse, powered by LLMs, human ingenuity, most importantly, builders, importantly, stacks. Uh, it's always been a thing for me. Uh, just turning the AI guild into well into something that I feel like Stacks needs. Stacks doesn't need. I don't think Stacks needs a big ass someone to sit down on the seat and get paid for a CMO. I don't think Stacks needs 3 million more DeFi protocols. I don't think Stacks needs another 50% APR or APY. If you want those, go to Zest Protocol and get yourself done up cheap, cheap plug. But that's besides the point. I think Stacks needs an engine that works for Stacks to put products in the hands of users. Make Stacks or make products that use Stacks and make people use Stacks on a daily basis. And that's what the AI Guild is poised to do. That's the idea. That's the vision.
Yeah, we are not just an academy that teaches education. We're actually turning the learnings, the teachings, and the research to actual products, and that's
Result.
where we can make the most impact.
From the very moment an idea comes into the Stacks AI Guild, you guys begin to work together, right? Like-minded individuals with a common goal. With the right tools, can make things happen, make things shake, can get a lot accomplished, right? So I'm a fond believer in what you guys are doing with the Stacks AI Guild. And if you're not following the Stacks AI Guild, you need to, because you guys are discovering all the tools, figuring out what is lacking in the process that would make the building process more fine tuned. And I think that this is a sure win. So whatever we need to do next is where we're at, right? So what do we need to do to create this Stacks MCP server?
So let's give the mic to Rocky, and maybe he can shed some light. Maybe just going from explain me I'm 5 to somebody who is a developer to what you said, what we could do next. Maybe I'll hand you the mic, Rocky, if you can speak.
Rocky no Taki.
Yeah, man. Wise words from Rocky coming through. Oh, shit.
No Taki from Rocky. So I can I'll add 2 cents here to the take, or 2 bits to the take.
Okay.
An MCP server would be super nice to have a iteration, even if it's not the final form, like if the output is not the final form of the clarity that you're going to use. From an iterative, like prototyping point of view, it would be massive, because you could prototype a front end, prototype a smart contract, take it put it through some ropes, do some quality assurance testing, iterate it on it some more. The whole process of development is all about iteration. So the faster you can iterate and debug, the quicker you'll have something that's worth, getting in consumers' hands. So
Also, those processes of debugging and going through that can be like stored within the server and then referenced and make somebody else's process easier, right? So it's like something that is like continually like getting better and bigger, right?
Yeah. So maybe I'll ask CryptoDo this question: if you were to do boost stacks with, before, how long it took you to build it, versus if you had MCP, a decent MCP, not like the final version, how long would it reduce your time to create boost stacks?
it's hard to say. I mean, BoostX was smart contracts that we use were kind of, I guess,
Novel.
well, they're almost like, I don't want to say offspring, but like iterations and like branches and forks of like Derupt. And Derupt was built over a long period of time, like 3 years manual. There was no AI tooling at that point that we could use even remotely for clarity, let alone even the front end at that time. So, like, I would say ass tons of hours. Like, let's just leave it at that. Like a fuck ton of hours. A royal fuck ton. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Just in the last 6 months, the AI technology has produced a lot of different vibe coders that didn't even dream about coding before. So I would imagine, this is kind of like the next step, right? Like Lovable is to the front end, this MCP server is to the back end. The core code that interacts with the blockchain, right?
Just
So
call it the AI context server, because that's basically what it is. It's a context server. It's ensuring that you have proper context for what your objectives are. It's the MCP servers are designed, or their whole purpose is to, create a standardized way for AIs to basically communicate, right? But it's more than that. It's like to feed context. Like that's the easiest way to.
Rocky, are you there?
God, do we love you, Rocky?
Rocky, no talking. Rocky, no
Bless us.
talking.
We've seen Nosferatu on this camera for a little bit. It's rocking with his shirt off, fucking.
My shirt off. My shirt off.
Teasing everybody in the fucking stream, making this a fucking not.
No, I like seeing Nas' face. Why don't you turn on your camera?
I'm trying to sleep, dog. It's 1:45 a.m. Nigerian time.
Oh yeah,
dude, your voice, man, it's so deep.
Isn't it?
You got a really deep, like mature voice and very trustworthy.
Sounds like 8 foot tall. Sounds like he'll dunk on me.
Right? He's like, I'm gonna hit you into last week.
My God.
But yeah, this is crazy.
Is it big or not? Yes or no?
Is what?
Is it big? The stacks.
Hero, no. Oh, MCP, yes. Good grief, dog.
Oh, hey.
Good grief. At least take me out to dinner first. What the hell? Good grief.
I didn't mean to come across that, but yeah, okay.
But yeah.
No, this would be freaking huge. It would be massive.
Just making it work.
Massive. It would be massive.
Giant. Sure not even sure I could take it.
But is it gonna have dark mode or light mode? I don't know.
It's gonna have dark mode. It's always on dark mode. I'm pretty sure it's always on dark mode. I'm pretty sure.
What? Once you go dark mode, you don't go back.
Oh, Lord. Snowballing.
Oh Lord, why are we here?
I guess it is a night show.
We're here for the fun. If you're not having fun while you're doing this shit, you're doing it wrong. Like, for real.
Inspire the change by facilitating the fun. We get the builders into the room so we can have these based unhinged conversations. Let the creativity flow, and sometimes get a little derailed and just, hey, let it snowball because it's fun. It is what it is, fellas. We need MC.
Why are you in a suit and tie? What the hell is going on? A suit and tie and a bucket hat.
I feel like Mike got ready for the stream. Like he's just like ready to yeah. You didn't have that suit and tie on, I'm convinced. But what a stud. Look at this guy. Look at this marvelous
for his interview.
Job interview. Guy.
He's applying for the job against the ecosystem.
Does the mic work though?
Hello, my name is Michael Jagdeo, and I'm a headhunter launching startups with a syndicate.
this is wonderful.
Went
All right,
straight
Michael.
to
What makes
psychopath.
you
All of a
think
sudden,
you'd
like,
be an ideal?
Glorious.
All right, Michael. What makes you think you'd be an ideal fit for the Stack CMO?
CMO is as CMO does.
nice.
And what does the
Damn.
CMO do?
I know you did not just do a Forrest Gump.
Now, what does the
CMO is as CMO does.
And what
Stupid
the said
is-
CMO does?
Why would you spend all of your time talking about what a CMO should do when you can just do it?
Shit.
Touche.
Why would you spend all of your time on spaces and, oh, you know what, guys, we should do this, and we shut up. There is nothing to talk about anymore. What the fuck is there to talk about? It is already built.
I'm trying
This
to
is, guys, this is DeOrganized Unhinged.
Oh, dude, it's a night show. It gets.
I
on
brought
this.
this up actually.
I want to keep
I
answering
was
your
thinking
questions.
of taking some clips from DeOrganized out of context.
You
There's
should.
a clip of Jack.
Do it.
There's a clip of Jack talking, and I saved this clip. I don't know what he was talking about, but it was so funny when you take it out of context. He sounded like Hitler for like 5 seconds. He sounded like Hitler for like 5 seconds.
Get an
Like, what the
AI
hell?
with him, like.
I think he was
Yeah.
talking about gingers or something. I have no idea. And it was in the morning show, crazy enough.
Oh no, not the morning show, but it is Jack. He is the Don Draper of Stacks, right? You know, so he does get unhinged whenever he, when he wants to. So, big ups to my guy Jack. We need those out of context clips for sure. I think it'd make for great content, and it'd be a lot of fun. You get people laughing. It's engaging. It's engaging, right? So, yeah,
Be a fun bounty to post on 030 most unhinged, out of context clips.
Oh, I'd win
DeOrganized.
that. Oh,
Or
I'd
anywhere
win that because I have a lot.
Do
I
you know-
have a
do you know what?
lot.
Do you know
dog.
how-
I'd win that.
You know how some programs they have like a look back to this year's clips, and they get the clips like all the little funny segments put it into one clip. At the end of the year one of the organized show or Stacks AI Guild show, these will go towards that clip.
Well, I think that
That'd
the
be
Stacks
great.
AI Guild should definitely have its own segment on DeOrganized, and I'm happy to facilitate that because, we've been talking about MCP for the last hour or so, and I've been waiting for Blockface just to come in with the banger and be like, what's the next step? And, let's make it a segment, man. I want to shoot the breeze with y'all. I think it's fun. And I think we're talking about technology that we may just need if we're going to empower the people with ideas. So,
But if I may just get maybe because Rocky was gonna do it, he was gonna explain NCP to the room, like I'm 5, and then I think the next explanation would be to speak to the Stacks developers or AI developers. I think that would be a good clip too. So I think if we can get Michael to speak to those 2 questions, and then maybe a bit of a brief impact to the ecosystem. I think those would be 3 good questions. So explain to me, like, I'm not a dev, I'm 5. Explain to me, like, I'm a Stacks AI developer, and people who work at a Stacks Foundation doing all this educational stuff, hackathons.
Yeah.
So that's the question. And the third question is, what impact would it have? And give like a few quick examples, like practical impact.
Hello. How's it going, everyone? I finally got home. I appreciate your patience. Hero, to answer your question, I would need to kind of say a blog out loud to answer all those questions. Does that make sense? And so I want to answer those questions, but I also want to show as well as tell. GP, do you mind pulling up that link I just put into the private chat just for a moment?
Absolutely. So this one at the bottom, the very last one, coming right up. Do a little bit of that. Do one of these over here, and one of those right there. If X is nice, it'll load. Right there, X. So why MCP server? He, first time, Aptos, is the only blockchain that I've deployed a contract on it without errors. Wow. Okay, so this
Thank
is
you,
also
GP.
in Syndicate Finance 3.0 Experience Design Primitives as a Service space. I'll push that to the top of my timeline so you guys can go check that out. There you go, Michael.
So, do you see why that guy is so happy?
Yeah, no bugs.
Why is he so happy?
Is it actually deployed and you got his contract without errors?
Now, why do you think he hasn't been able to do that on other blockchains?
They don't have MCP technology.
Yeah.
That's part of it, right? But the question fundament, right? The question
education barrier.
There, it's an onboarding experience obstacle clearly that we have, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is, for whatever reason, in this Web3 world, even with all of this AI, why is it still hard to program money? Why is it like Bitcoin was developed in 2009 and we're having problems with smart contracts? We have what? Why is that the case? Why is it the case that in 2025 you can use Lovable to vibe code an application to get into Y Combinator, yet we can't launch a smart contract on a test net? Come on. Come on, guys. Why is it so hard to program money? That's what I want to know. That is the thesis. And I believe, again, I'm kind of leading the answer here, but I believe that having Stacks MCP server do for Stacks what the Aptos MCP server is doing for the Aptos developers is how we make it easier to program money. Stacks does something that no other chain does, which is generate yield in Bitcoin. I believe that with Clarity 4 and Clarity 5 and everything that BoostX is doing, and SBTC Pay with Kai, and Trip and Davek, that the back end is solved. The smart contracts are solved. What we need to do is improve the developer experience such that we have a Cambrian explosion of commercialized products on Stacks. I don't necessarily believe we need new applications, maybe just new interfaces, and allowing vibe coders who are close to the customer, like GPSC, go from ideation to manifestation to testnet to mainnet under the mentorship of people like Crypto Dude. But the MCP server fundamentally allows you to give your LLM the ability to not hallucinate smart contract language code.
Which you do know.
We forget that Claude, Grok, ChatGPT, even like DeepSeek, they don't have access to Clarity 4. I don't even know if they have access to Clarity 2. So how might we imbue these powerful LLMs with the most up-to-date smart contract language verified by the top security-oriented programmable money developers in the game, like Trip, like Davek, like Kai, like Crypto Dude? If we can do that, then anyone listening to my voice can commercialize their own Stacks applications.
And I think a lot of the future of Stacks applications will be interesting concurrent functionality. Like, so we already have a lot of things that are already capable of being done, but a lot of that isn't being done in unison or concurrently. So I think a lot of the new use cases will be how can we integrate and concurrently execute some of these use cases.
Nas, what's on your mind?
First off, you took up the first off you took up the damn tie like it was party time and your interview's over. So that's funny. And second, uh, while I agree with everything you said, uh, I feel like Stacks does need more applications because think of it this way: Stacks is the cheapest and fastest way to get into Bitcoin. That is natively on Bitcoin, right? So it's the cheapest and fastest way to get into Bitcoin. And the entire goal of Bitcoin or crypto in general is to get this to the global economy, get in position for the global economy. Now, how do you do that? Well, new user interfaces are important. I believe what we're trying to fix is the user experience problem with migrating people from Web 2 to Web 3. That's Web 2.5. To do that, you need proper applications that implement this, that fill this Web 2.5 gap, be it either in applications or in marketing, whatever, right? And I'm a big believer of applications driving users. But either way, the main goal, bullet point, is we are in big 2025 Q4. We are in winter, god damn it, and we still can't work with, I don't know what we the only thing we can do on Stacks is just connect a wallet with AI. Come on, come on. In big Q4 2025.
Big
Come on,
Q4.
dog.
Big old Q4.
So yeah, pretty needed. Munib, I know you're probably watching this. Give us MCP monies.
So
Give MCP monies.
we got Rocky back in the house. We also have Zinatron joining us. Welcome, fellas. Rocky, are you there? Things that make you go, right? Let me go back in here.
Right word.
You're not talking? Rocky's still not talking?
Rocky not talking. No Rocky not talking.
Maybe is it the ad
Change
blocker?
your
Is it
browser.
the VPN or ad blocker? I don't know.
Maybe he has to connect to the MCP server first.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
see.
Yes.
I see. So apparently Manib has a new tweet. Thank you, fair launch. Let me see about Manib.
So, Blockface, you want to answer some of those questions that I asked? First is explain to me like I'm five. Second, speak to a developer, and the Stacks Foundation guy, so to speak. And then the third is the impact you'll have. Maybe give a few metrics. I don't know.
The question in my mind that ties everything together is how might we accelerate the go-to-market of key projects and founders in the Stacks ecosystem to achieve the three major Stacks roadmap KPIs: total value locked, daily transaction volume, new wallet creation. How might we accelerate the go-to-market of key projects and founders in the Stacks ecosystem? I believe that having a reliable Stacks Clarity MCP server, along with Rocky's design-driven development interim grant, is the way. I can provide no more details, but I want to answer it. I don't want to say too much and go down a path without pausing.
That was a good pause.
Nas, all I can see is your forehead.
Hey, don't roast my friend like that.
We have the same glasses. That's why we get along. Great minds.
I'm digging it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Same
Good glasses, and good gaming PCs. Not good gaming PCs, good gaming chairs. Good glasses and good gaming chairs. That's the key to a healthy mind. You want 300 IQ like Blockface. You want negative 300 IQ like Nosferatu. Gets good glasses and good gaming cheer.
I need a good game chair.
So Hero's asking a lot of questions. So to begin, let's start with the impact, right? Because without impact, what are we wasting our time for? What are the key performance indicators on the Stacks roadmap? You know, I don't think repeating it is a waste of time. What do they really want to do with the 440 million of STX that they just quantitative eased out of all of our pockets? What they want is total value locked, new wallets activated, daily transaction volume. Am I wrong? Let's start there. Because if we have the KPIs wrong, then we have nothing right. Is that GPSC? You've been here the longest, Hero?
Yes. KPIs, key performance indicators. They want to see new people using the blockchain, right? Which, you know, that is new wallets created. They want to see people using the blockchain. That's transactions, and they want to see total value locked. You know,
Yeah, I mean, for example, all these efforts to do hackathons and everything, while it's all great, but they are not converting that into an actual transactions, an actual app or entrepreneur that actually actively manages like the bit flows of the world, right? So how can we bridge that gap to make that a little bit easier from hackathon to a bit flow? And this is something that from my observation, MCP server can help bridge that gap or make that process much faster.
I'm going to say something that's only my opinion and no one else's. I believe that what Stacks really wants is more grayscales and Tim Drapers.
Everybody thinks that.
Right. I personally think, again, this might be controversial, but I think they just want more grayscales to park their pension money. That's it. And you introduce one pension and you have more than $1 billion. Does that make sense?
There you go.
So who are we really onboarding? Are we onboarding people from Twitter Spaces? Or onboarding a developer at JP Morgan, at Morgan Stanley?
I'll tell you who we're supposed to onboard. We should focus on onboarding vampires. Because that's where all the old money is.
Okay. Wait, is that why you call yourself Nosferatu? Wait.
Exactly.
Man.
Now it's clicking.
That's why you only come on the night show.
This is my answer to your question. New talk. This is Manib's latest post. New talk. Why Bitcoin Treasury companies, DATs, are a big deal and the market pressure for generating BTC yield. The real Stacks L2 plays in Bitcoin DATs. Talk at 10:45 a.m. Mexi stage at Token 2049. See you there.
So what does a Bitcoin Treasury company need to integrate into Stacks? That's my question.
So obviously, I think through our effort, right? Because let's say if we're able to make our effort success, if we can, if more apps are generated because of MCP and apps that actually have on-chain transaction that attracts users and volumes, total value locked, because of the ease of MCP to make that process easier, we're able to build SocialFi apps. We're able to build DeFi apps faster. They go on to generate those actual hard metrics. Those metrics will go towards showing the VCs, and those VCs will have more confidence in coming into Stacks. You know, I think it's a flywheel. So, because if we don't have MCP, we don't have the statistics to show the institutions per se they are comfortable enough to deposit some of their STX into Stacks, but not like they are conservative still. But if we're able to generate actual traction through building good apps, make that buildings of good apps really, really fast and easy, and more ideas of, like, instead of one socialify idea, we can generate 5, 10, and that experiment goes much faster. And one of those 10 can generate an actual traction, and that traction will go towards showcasing Stacks to the VCs or to the Team Draper of the world. So that's how I'm thinking about it.
To be honest, I think Team Draper and Grayscale already here. It's a 5,000 SBTC converted from Bitcoin, and it's waiting for some liquidity from Web2 or real users, because there is no incentive, there is no motivation to convert SBTC to Stacks, since Stacks declining to Bitcoin in 10 times. So in any DeFi, you cannot like get this money multiply, you cannot get profit. You better to hold in Bitcoin. That's the first thing. The second thing, when we like talking about new apps, there is simple question: why developers come to Stacks and not to Solana, to Sui? Why they come here and build here? This is interesting question, because developers doesn't care about like SBTC or Bitcoin economy. They just care about the grants, the amount of money, and about the fast transactions for users. Because yeah, on Stacks with Nakamoto we have it, but it's a competition of new minds around the world between chains right now, right? Thanks for SIP31, we have this new grants program. I just following, reading new applications, very interesting, but I believe we just have to believe in some app will shine, and we build like this culture together. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, for sure the apps will shine. But we were speaking about the impact of MCP, right? And the impact of MCP is will hopefully generate more apps that can shine in Stacks.
Right, giving people the ability to vibe code new apps.
Yeah. But it's not just a website. It's actually a functional app that can start generating transactions. You know, I think that's a key part, because we can vibe code our way into a website, but that website cannot generate transactions. And I think it's bridging that gap of not just learning about vibe coding, but also able to have a really well secure smart contract integrated, so that that app actually start to be played around with by users with real money, generate actual transactions, right? Then different idea, let's say social fi idea, are being put into the real world out there with real money on the line, and one of them could succeed. And I think it's MCP is bridging that, taking just vibe coding a website to actually generate transactions. But correct me if I'm wrong. This is just my understanding and vision.
That's 100% it. It's going to take you that much closer to getting those transactions on chain. I mean, there's going to be potentially other things that your app may need, but in terms of front end, you know, AI, that's pretty easy.
And you know what's a good thing? And you know what's a good thing is that once we get the functionality working to be able to generate transactions on chain, what's missing is the marketing. Guess what? We have marketing in Stacks AI Guild. We can draw awareness to that actual app. because it's
Well,
functional.
what is revenue model of Stacks AI Guild?
Who wants to speak to that? I could speak to that, sure. Currently, we want to get it off the ground. So currently, we're relying on grants. But once we've proven our product validation, we actually have a product market fit, i.e., this is a demand of our guild to educate people or to ship out softwares like MCP, then we can generate some revenue based on our reputation. And perhaps we need to gatekeep some stuff. I don't want to gatekeep some stuff, but
the part of this, the monetization model could be, pay as you go for the
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah, 100%. Like I think Blockface was talking about, if you can have this amount of rate limit per day if you want, maybe. But if you want to go above that, maybe you need to pay something.
Yeah. Freemium model.
Yeah.
So users will pay you because I just curious in theory how it works.
Not users, I think it will be the B2B. So the app developer will want to pay the.
Oh, so my company, we can come to you and you will create content for us, right?
Yes, for the visual stuff for sure. We have two distinct, almost like incubators in Stacks AI Guild. One is for marketing, the other one is for developers. So what you're talking about is marketing. And yes, you can come to us, and we can help you with your marketing content.
Okay, B2B makes sense. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, you also
And not just you, right? Because we hope to work with DeOrganized Media. We hope to work with Bitflows of the world, right? And that will give us some revenue streams, I believe. But for the AI developer side, it will be the rate limiting thing that we can potentially build into our revenue model stream.
You can also target the Web2 companies that are blockchain curious.
Plus every user or developer you onboard, if you get them onboarded onto BoostX, you could use a SDX or the AI Guild's designated BNS name for the referral, so that way it's going into a multi-sig vault, so that way all the users you're onboarding helps.
So another idea would be Hero System or Sachs Foundations hosting all these hackathons, right? And lots of participants in the hackathons. All these participants, they could be using Stacks, MPs, and CP server to create their apps for the hackathon submissions. So we could potentially say, if you want to use this, it's free for X, but if you want to keep using it more, we will charge you. Or we can just work with Stacks Foundation to make it kind of free-ish and allow these people to use it.
If we get the Yield Pay app that I'm working on up and running, we could just integrate a subscription model based on stacking.
Well, that's some alpha. That's some alpha right there.
Yeah, that's an additional third revenue generating path that can all work in parallel with each other, I think.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yield Pay? Sure. Yeah. So here, I'll just share my screen.
Cool.
Let me pull this up. Alright. Yield Pay. So this is I didn't submit a D grant request for this. Sorry, I'm trying to pull this out here. I didn't submit a D grant request for this. Probably maybe should have, but it is what it is. I've already got enough in there requested at the moment. But this is basically what we're talking about, Yield Pay. So we need currently a way for people to pay with
pay subscriptions in stacks, right? We need a subscription model. So, and we, subscriptions basically are payments on a cycle, right? Every month, typically. Well, stacking, obviously outputs, yield every 2 weeks. We, in theory, could, leverage the yield as a subscription payment. That's what the goal here is, basically, to turn your yield into a subscription payment. So, you'll lock your stacks once, and then your yield covers your subscription costs every cycle, every 2 weeks. So you'll keep your principal, your yield pays your bills, and you'll have flexible terms. So choose 2 to 24 cycles. And basically, it's relatively straightforward. You'll activate, pay a small flat fee once, creating a subscription, a record on chain. You'll delegate your STX to the stacking pool like Fast Pool, which we'll be integrating with. And then, you'll be setting the app's payout address basically during that process. And then each cycle, the yield flows directly to the app, keeping your subscription alive. So basically, the reasons why everybody should love it: users will love it because you'll keep your principal, your STX stays yours. You can cancel anytime just by undelegating. There'll be no monthly charges. Your yield covers your services, so you don't have to keep sending tokens. And then there's flexible terms, so you can, subscribe for a month to a year. And then the app developers will love it because it's permissionless. Your apps can accept yield pay, no allow lists, on-chain receipts, basically transparent proof of active subscriptions, and no custody. So yield flows directly to their payout address, no middleman. So this is a way to tap into the stacking to facilitate basically a subscription service. So, obviously I guess you'd say the main use cases for something like this could be for like gated content. That would be. I'll go ahead and switch back to my screen here. Hold on. Now that you kind of got the gist of it, the main use cases I think on this could be like gated content. You can think Patreon style access. Another way, we could use this for decast for our for giving that freemium versus premium access. So with decast, we're going to offer free tier of stream overlays, and users could use yield pay basically to stack some STX and cover a subscription fee to get the more premium features of the app. So it's a good, interesting model because we obviously want more TVL in the ecosystem. We obviously need subscription payment methods. So combining, the stacking protocol into a subscription payment that can be, I guess you'd say baked into apps is the way to go, I think.
Crypto Dude, I really love the idea. So how much would it take to stack? How much STX would it take in order for me to the yield to be 20? I know we can calculate out, but just off the top of your head, if you know, $20 of monthly subscriptions to a service, and how you're giving up your $20 yield. So how much would it take of the amount of STX?
I can just give you a rough estimate. It's been, basically it's for about every 1,000 STX you stack into the fast pool, you're getting about 3 STX worth of yield in SBTC. So, it's kind of hard for me to give you an exact number, but I can give you an idea with this calculator here. You said $20 worth, right?
Yeah.
That'd be about 10,000 STX, I would say.
And that's monthly?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so in order to really...
Well, actually, sorry. That would be bi-weekly. So I guess it'd be 5,000 STX, sorry.
Yeah, okay. So if somebody wants to subscribe to a service like MCP, they instead of paying for usages, they don't have to pay in their USDH. All they do is to set aside 5K, stake it with us. We get the yield, They are not losing any US dollar value. They are only giving up the yield from the SCX, but they are not selling the SCX. Would that be a
Exactly.
Principal stays the same.
Yep. Principal stays within your wallet. You're just locking it basically, and then the yield is flowing to the app basically, or to keep your subscription alive. So the app would basically, need to verify your activity of your stacking is still active, which would entail calling a function on the smart contract, which is the is active at function call. But basically, yeah, you would stack some tokens, the yield would flow to the app, that would keep your subscription alive. And then when you decide to cancel your service or cancel your subscription, if you decided to do so, you just go into the dashboard of yield pay and undelegate basically.
I got it. Is Blockface there?
Yeah,
Right.
there you go.
So here is another extension of your idea. Because we know BT's dual yield is coming, correct? They are stacking BTC to also generate yield. So what I envisage is not only you stack your SCX, you can also stack your BTC for subscriptions to generate to give you that subscription as the customer, right? You don't have to buy STX. It's all working behind the background for you. You deposit your BTC, you get that yield, and you get a subscription. We get that yield, you get a subscription. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there could be a much bigger capital inflow from Bitcoin than STX. So if we are able to make a useful service for that client of the person who wants to deposit BTC and subscribe to something, then we have a potential way to have bigger capital inflow to this stacking mechanism.
Exactly. Yeah, the stacking is super based, so we just need to integrate it in interesting ways. For real. Yeah, I can see yield pay being integrated into a lot of different things. I mean, just from the most basic Patreon style, somebody spins up through Lovable a little, fucking OnlyFans style gated content or something, and then integrates yield pay into it, and then all of a sudden they got, their customers come in there and they can see their content and the subscription's active, right?
Well, you're also creating a mechanism to which somebody may be able to signal support. Say they have somebody else wants to sponsor these subscriptions for the Stacks AI Guild, and they want to signal support that way. They can stack them.
Interesting you said that, because that's kind of what we envision the StacksPot crowdfund type to be. So, with StacksPot, which is a different project, but it's
StacksPot?
Yeah, you haven't heard of StacksPot?
No. Cannabis?
No, it's that good stuff, dude. It's that good.
Dank, bro.
I heard about it last week, and I said I'm gonna jump into that project.
Heard about it last week, and he's like, "I'm bugging going in."
Instead of amounts, you sell in ounces. Can you?
So, I'll give you the TLDR of StacksPot since you don't really know. StacksPot is basically a way to gamify your STX rewards with no risk. You can think about it instead of buying a ticket into a jackpot lottery system where everybody, the winner gets the payout of everybody's ticket purchase, everybody stacks into the pot and then the yield goes to the winner, right? Or the yield goes to a designated output address if it's
the lottery.
Yeah, you can. So you basically you can create pots, and then you'll, as a creator of the pot, earn 5% of the yield, and then
anybody can close the pot once the cycle completes. They'll also earn 5% of the yield. But then depending on the pot type is what's going to dictate how the payout of that 90% goes. So if it's a jackpot type, it'll be randomly selected via VRF to, verifiable random function on chain. So the winner is, just kind of like luck of the draw, so to speak. Everybody has equal odds, so it's not weighted based on how much you stack. There is a minimum amount to stack, though. The other types, though, crowdfund type, that we've called that kind of D-grant type as well, but the output goes to a predefined address, not the randomly selected address. And then there's also like a Rosca style where it's like a sequential payout. If people are wanting to lock for a longer amount of cycles, they can all get a guaranteed payout with everybody's yield, So there's multiple types, but I really dig the crowdfunding type because that could help bootstrap ideas really fast.
So what I hear is that BoostX is developing Finance 3.0 primitives. That's what I hear. He's building finance and yield-bearing primitives, and I call them primitives because you can take these little building blocks that he's talking about and then use his reliable patterns to plug into BoostX without ever knowing anything about BoostX. Because we could have like a BoostX MCP server that allows GPSC to build apps on top of this. Make sense?
Yeah, the way I see an AI get involved would be like, hey, I want to build an app that takes advantage of these smart contracts, these ones, and these ones. And then it also has my smart contract that does this. So that way we can combine it all to do this specific objective. The AI will contextualize it and be like, okay, I think we need to have, this execution of this function first and this execution of this function next. And, you're going to have to do some, whatever logic.
When you put together an orchestra, you don't want to build the trumpet. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You just want to say trumpets play this, trombones play this, and cymbal and triangle hit this one time during the whole performance.
Exactly.
More cowbell.
So
more cowbell.
Yeah, but imagine more cowbell. You have to go smart contract principle cowbell 3.1 uint, and like what the fuck? I just want a cowbell, right? So it's like the MCP server for BoostX is like Will Ferrell as a service. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I don't need to develop the thing. I just need to interface with it.
You don't need to become a metallurgist and start, starting with the cowbell. You just pick up the cowbell and start making Jimmy Fallon upset. Yeah,
if you want to learn more about StacksPod, you can go to stackspod.app. By the way.
Ooh. Sorry, one thing before, because I know we're kind of getting down to the end. GPAC interim grants just completed yesterday. Right. And I wanted to share with you a link from one of those grants.
Okay, sweet. Let's take a look at it. And yes, we are getting close to that 2-hour mark. Let me go ahead and grab this here. Get that off of there. Okay. We're making some progress. Now, if I could only just grab this GitHub right here and then slap it over here, then we'd be in some good shape when I press this button.
That was last night.
All right. So, design-driven development by Rocky and the Block. Rocky's proven track record. Look at this guy's track record. So, total volume, 53,000, almost 54,000 STX. Rocky's UI, UX redesign for BNS.1, that is the Bitcoin name service, demonstrating measurable impact on platform success and user adoption. On Zero Authority DAO, the measurable design impact here, 10x in unique visitors, page views 25x, return on investment 30% bounce rate, and as well as an event completions 4.7K plus. So 78% mobile first traffic. Wow. Growth stats after Rocky's UX UI redesign. Unique visitors all sorts of, what I just covered. These metrics demonstrate the direct business impact of exceptional design work. Rocky's redesign didn't just make Zero Authority look better, it drove real user growth, engagement, and retention. Applicant information. La-ti-da, we've got Rocky at exponentlabs.ai. Twitter is main project and association with Exponent Labs LLC, Stacks ecosystem development and design. Notable ecosystem achievements or impact. Rocky led the UX UI experience redesign for Zero Authority, resulting in 10x visitor growth, that is 970%. 25x page view increase, that is 2,370%, and a 30% or 32% bounce rate improvement, along with 4,700 plus event completions. Rocky led the UX UI experience redesign for BNS 1 as well, demonstrating track record of significant return on investment on design investment across Stacks applications. Industry standard $100 return per $1 invested. Demonstrated track record of leading mentees and helping them secure permanent full-time jobs in tech. That is Aiden, Christina, Tien, etc. The grant overview here. Grant name. Design driven.
Can you jump to the end and look at what Mitchell said?
Okay, so let's jump to the end here and check out what Mitchell Cuevas has said. So going straight past Zero and right to Mitchell. So just squeezed in that one and under the deadline. The committee met this morning, and this grant was one of the more in-depth conversations. There's a lot to like here, and the spirit of improving design/experience for Stacks apps is a good one. That said, funding an agency model generally hasn't been a focus for grants in the past. There are various reasons for this, and I won't bore you.
Wait. Hold on. I'm a little confused by that statement. Is he saying? Okay, wait. Maybe he's gonna clarify it. Go ahead. Sorry, maybe I'm jumping the gun here.
So there are various reasons for this, and I won't bore you with them here. But we put our heads together on what could we say yes to in this general realm. Here's what we're proposing. Approve the first milestones, but at 8K, double the requested amount for M1 and 50% of total requests. You would still serve 2 terms as proposed at 2K and 2K. But with the rest of the funding, we'd like to see that the work get abstracted into a design kit, docs, guidance, a course, or some combination you think is best fit that is widely usable by the rest of the builders. We think that this is more impactful because it is a resource that can scale versus being essentially the agency trap where there's always limited bandwidth of providers and talent hours. Worth noting, it is tricky for us to get into the game of subsidizing some folks' design work through an effort like this and not others. It's a losing game of perceived fairness for us where one team feels slighted, they weren't given the same resource. So this sidesteps that issue using the first 2 teams as guinea pigs from which you can create a resource that helps everyone. Beyond that, we'd like to see your measurables align to outcomes and impact for the business instead of views. Some of the strong support from Zero is a good example. Though we are not dug into the attribution methodology, we're happy to take y'all's word there and just assume that it was just only design work that resulted in all that growth. But this is typically really hard to accurately measure. Could you take a swing at reworking them accordingly with impact-based outcomes instead of listed views? Further, the guild and training aspect is very interesting, but we're not fully convinced that we can take folks from aspiring to high-quality designers in such short time as to be impactful on a schedule that helps key teams break out fast. Our preference would be to be that you focus on bringing in, recruiting already trained and skilled designers for pointed, clear projects in the ecosystem, perhaps in the order you've already laid out. If you could, if you can match make and align on our clear scopes with clear impacts, we can fund those subsequent milestones. Our rationale: training brand new designers is difficult and takes longer than 6 months, except with very rare exception. So we think that this would reduce risk and ensure quality of this talent. Our opinion is that we don't need to train folks from scratch. There are many designers hoping to get into the space that already have skills that are well developed. Boot camps for taking folks from zero to professional already exist. For now, we're provisionally approving M1 as I've outlined and above, pending your confirmation. We'll wait to hear from you on the second two items so that we reconsider the rest of the proposal. Thanks.
Now, one final thing to show you. This is the final link, GPSC. I know it's getting late. One final link.
Boy, I need a sandwich. Yeah, the final link. Okay.
The final link.
All right. So now we are looking at Andrew Chin. Great idea. I'll fund it.
What?
90-day fiance for Waterloo grads who need the new visa. Let's do this, Andrew Chin. I know someone working on this. I may need to suggest a pivot spinoff of what he's already doing.
Are you kidding me? This is great.
Damn, you just made me make.
Keep going. Check out Andrew Chen's profile.
Damn you. Oh my. Hold on.
And that was uncalled for, but I understand. All right, go back. I haven't showed you the best part.
Yeah, it's probably more context in there.
You ready for the best part?
Yes.
It's on the link.
Right here. This link.
So let's go back to the link I shared with you in the
URL. Yeah.
There, and scroll down.
No. Oh my gosh. I'm speechless right now.
One final link. Vibes has the website up. I just put it in the group. This is the last thing for today.
Yeah, that's it. I'm cutting it off. I'm done.
Talk to you soon, guys. Interim Chiefs Marketing Officer signing off.
Nice. Claim it. Later on, guys. Get some food.
Y'all have a
brothers.
blessed rest of your night. I will catch you guys on the flip side.
Late.
This has been another based episode of DeOrganized Nightly, where we get your favorite Giga Brain Astronaut Scholars together to discuss the latest ongoing, things going on in the Bitcoin ecosystem, kick out high frequency vibes, have conversations that need to be had, for different perspectives. I hope that you have a high frequency rest of your night and week. We'll be live again at 7 p.m. ET on Friday. Be sure to tune into the Let's Go Morning Show Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. ET. And yes, we we are getting to that point. Bitcoin hitting around 118, almost 119K right now. Looking good. Get bullish. Yeah, I'll see you for the morning show tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. Peace.
Thank you.